Thank you for joining us for the presentation of the 2017 edition of Ciao, Philadelphia, a month-long celebration of Italian culture, which is now in its fourth year. It's fitting we're gathered here this evening because today, if you didn't know it, is Italian National Day. Philadelphia, a city enriched by Italian influence with a robust Italian-American community, is the perfect setting to observe this special day with our friends of Italy who are true supporters of Italian cultural initiatives throughout the city. My name is Rosemary Connors. I'm a reporter and anchor at NBC 10. In fact, tomorrow morning I will be up starting at 5 o'clock from 5 to 7 and then 9 to 10, so I hope you'll be tuning in. I may be wearing the same outfit. We'll see what I decide this evening. Our first speaker, we just have a few speakers this evening and some light entertainment. Our first speaker this evening is Senator Steve Sweeney. He is in between events, very busy, we understand, on Friday nights. We appreciate you being with us. A quick introduction, he is the president of the New Jersey Senate, a proud Italian American, and a true friend to the Italian Republic. Senator Sweeney sees the value in the creation of economic and cultural opportunities between Italy and New Jersey. He is a strong supporter of Ciao, Philadelphia. Just last year, his efforts were recognized with the Italian Consular General Award. So please join me in welcoming Senator Sweeney to the stage.
It is Friday night, so I'm not going to bore people with long speeches. I just wanted to say I am a very, very proud Italian American. My name is Sweeney, but I'm a Tedeschi. There's a big debate in New Jersey right now because it looks like we might elect an Irish guy as governor, an Irish guy as speaker, and they said, and we can't have three Irish guys. I said, no, I'm Italian. I said, don't be fooled by the name. But I wanted to come in recognition of this celebration, but really to recognize the Consul General, who I met a few years ago and became friends with, and really has done a phenomenal job of bringing Italy closer to this region, more so than ever when I was in office. I've been in office about 16, 17 years, and we've never had this kind of dialogue and commitment to work to try to create jobs. And I'm really proud of you and happy for your promotion, but we are going to truly miss you because, again, there was a lot of energy going, and hopefully whoever comes and succeeds you will do the same and continue the momentum that we have. So I have something from the state of New Jersey if I can present it to you. I won't read it. But again, in recognition of all the amazing things that you have done here as Consul General. Thank you. Thank you. Short speeches are the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Stringiamoci a corte, siamo pronti alla morte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò. Stringiamoci a corte, siamo pronti alla morte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò. Sì, oh sì, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proud at the twilight's last
I now have the great pleasure to introduce the Honorable Andrea Canapari, Consul General of Italy in Philadelphia. Founded in 1791 in Philadelphia, his office covers not only Pennsylvania, but also South Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, and North Carolina. Consul General Canapari is no stranger to Philadelphia. His post here has been a return to his old stomping grounds from his days as a student when he was in law school at the University of Pennsylvania. It has been his core belief that there is a great benefit in building bridges with Italy, and while in office, his mission has been to elevate Philadelphia's already positive and popular international profile even more. Tonight is bittersweet because, as many of you know, we are saying goodbye to Andrea Canapari, who has been appointed Italy's ambassador to the Dominican Republic and other Caribbean countries. Some of you were interviewed by Joe DiStefano of the Inquirer business section, whose half-page article ran this past Sunday. It highlighted the new academic and business initiatives developed and promoted by Andrea while he's been in office. He will be truly missed, but his mark here will never be forgotten. And if you're in the Dominican, you can always give him a call. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Andrea Canapari, Consul General of Italy in Philadelphia.
Thank you so much, Rosemary Connor, for this great and warm introduction. I'm so happy to see you tonight and celebrate together the Italian National Day and also Ciao Philadelphia, the Italian Cultural Month. I'm thankful also to Giuseppe Fedegari for sponsoring the event and for bringing here the Italian artist and photographer Joe Martorana. Thankful also to Giada Valenti for the beautiful songs that we will listen and for the national anthems. I just recognized and thank a few officials. President of New Jersey, Steve Sweeney, just spoke before. U.S. Congressman Bob Brady, Treasurer of Pennsylvania, Joe Torsella, Sheila Ice and Mike DiVerdinis from the CTO. I really would love to recognize each one of you since we shared so many activities in the last years, but it would take so much time, and I would like just to thank you for all the initiative that we did together to highlight the success of Italian Americans in this region, to create living bridges between Italy and Philadelphia, and to make people worldwide understand better the opportunities of international cooperation that can arise from Philadelphia. So thank you so much for that. As you know, I'm a true believer and passionate believer of Philadelphia and also of the marriage between Italy and Philadelphia. That's very important for me, and I think that with everybody you will maintain this linkage even stronger. There are so many untold stories in Philadelphia about the Italian influence. You see these beautiful windows were made by Nicola D'Ascenzo, an Italian glassmaker, and I bet that not so many of us, would have known. So it's important to also dig in the history to create bridges for the future. As you know, I was designated Italian ambassador to the Dominican Republic, and it's a great honor and a privilege to serve my country there. But as you know, a piece of my heart will stay with you. Now it's becoming emotional, but these 4 years were very important for me, and I'm speaking also for my family, for my wife Roberta, Bianca and Matteo. We really will miss badly Philadelphia, and it's wonderful, the new adventure, but it's bittersweet also to say Ciao Philadelphia or goodbye Philadelphia. Thank you.
I'd now like to introduce Congressman Bob Brady, who also serves as chairman of the Democratic Party in Philadelphia. He is a proud Italian American, don't let his last name fool you, and commander of the Order of the Italian Star. If there is a community or cultural event in Philadelphia that needs support, Congressman Bob Brady is the man behind the scenes helping to make it happen. He's been a promoter of Ciao Philadelphia since its inception, so please join me in welcoming Congressman Brady.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. As she said, don't let the last name fool you. I make a different speech than St. Patrick's Day, though. But I met the Consul General about 3 or 4 years ago. He brought me into his home, lovely wife. Me and him sat down, had a great conversation, and we shared his vision for what he wanted to do for the short time. And it's a short time that we have you. We want to change that rule. We don't want to give you up too easy. You've done a great job. Not only you knew about our Columbus Day Parade, and that was the only festivity we had. He expanded that for, I think, 2 weeks. 2 weeks of festivities, and now we have today, honoring Italian Day and June 2nd throughout the nation. And you did a great job here. I don't know, I have your phone number. I don't have your phone number in Italy, but I'll get it from you, I promise you, because you were so good to me when in here in Philadelphia. I'm sure you'll be just as good back in Italy when I come and visit you, and I will be there. Real quickly, I just need you to know a little bit about me. I'm a war baby. I was born during the war. I didn't see my father till I was like 18 months old. My grandmother had a grocery store, and she propped me up every day and sat me on the playpen. I didn't walk till I was 22 months old. And I didn't have to walk because I was brought up by 3 aunts and 2 great aunts. Catarini, Sargentone, Grasso, Bonifazio, Detrain, and my mom, Catarini, did the cooking. So for 22 months I was pampered by all them Italian great aunts and great grandmothers on bet or in the chest. I was held there, and the first word I learned was more. So, and my mom did the cooking, and my wife's Italian, still does the cooking. So I think I'm a part of Italian too. So I appreciate you. I appreciate, again, Consul General. God bless you. God bless your family. They're going back too, and we wish we could keep you. Maybe we can figure some way to get you back. Thank you and have a good evening. Thank you.
Our next speaker, representing the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, is Treasurer Joe Torsella, who, yes, was on Good Morning America this morning.
Hello, everyone. So I've only ever once before had the pleasure of speaking to an Italian patriotic event, and it was when about 20 years ago I took my family to visit the village from which my grandfather came in Puglia. My last name fools no one, right, Torsella? And they had an event at the city hall there, and I gave a speech in Italian. And it all went well, except that during my speech, our youngest daughter, who at the time was 3 years old, wandered off, and we discovered that she really liked Prosecco. So if anyone has a 3-year-old here, now's the time to keep an eye on it. I am very happy to be here, number one, as a proud Italian American. And I am Pennsylvania State Treasurer. I am actually, in 300 years of the history of this office, I'm Pennsylvania's first Italian American State Treasurer. But I'm proud, even more than that, to be here tonight to celebrate Italian National Day as an American, because the truth is, all of us, whatever our last names or heritage, have benefited enormously from the ties between these two countries and from Italy's contributions to our politics, to our industry, to our arts, to our culture, to everything about this wonderful, incredible life we have here. So I'm proud on that score. And in those contributions, by the way, the contributions of Andrea Canapari and his family are near the top of the list. I've met a lot of diplomats in my life, and he is among the very best. So here's to you. But the third reason I'm glad to be here tonight is beyond even that, and that is as someone like you who believes in democracy. I spent 10 years of my life at the Constitution Center and thought a fair amount about the origins of what makes different nations. And what's interesting to me is that Italian National Day is not about some battle or some ethnic event. It is about a vote. It's about the day on which Italy voted and said, this is who we are. We will be a republic, which is exactly what we are founded on here, our determination to be exactly that. So the ties that bind us, that are so many, I think the most binding of all is not the shared heritage some of us have or the shared interests we have as Americans and Italians. It's the shared values that we have about who we want to be in the world. So on that note, I want to close by reading the last line of my single speech of my life in Italian from that City Hall 20 years ago. Because on that score, I want to say, sono e sarò sempre orgoglioso di essere cittadino d'Italia nel mio cuore, which is, I am and I always will be proud to be a citizen of Italy in my heart.
Our next speaker representing, on behalf of Mayor Jim Kenney, is City Representative Sheila Hess.
Thanks so much, Rosemary. Good evening, everyone. What a bittersweet moment for all of us. It is such an honor to be here for the second year in a row, Andrea. Thank you so much, Consul General Canapari, for your kind invitation to attend tonight's celebration. So good evening, everyone. I am delighted to be here because we all know where our mayor is, right? You've been watching NBC 10. Yes, he is in Iceland. He's there safe. So on behalf of Mayor Jim Kenney, he wanted to extend his sincere congratulations and a huge warm heart Philadelphia thank you. He's asked me to send his highest regards to all of you on this very important day for Italians and the Italian Americans, this June 2nd, Festa della Repubblica, the Italian National Day. So I want to acknowledge the presence. We are honored to have our dear friend Congressman Bob Brady, whose efforts to support and really promote the value of heritage events such as the Italian National Holiday Celebration in Philadelphia is so appreciative. Of course, recognizing on behalf of Mayor Kenney, Pennsylvania State Treasurer Joe Tercel, we just heard from, and we have also City of Philadelphia's Managing Director Mike DeBernardinis, who should be joining us shortly, and a huge Philadelphia warm welcome to the President of the New Jersey State Senate, Stephen Sweeney. So I am also proud to share in the richness of the Italian heritage. For those who may or may not know, if you were there last year, you did hear. I'm also an Italian, so don't let that last name of Hess fool you. I was born in Sheila Scalanti, South Philadelphia. That's enough. That's all I have to say. So the Festa della Repubblica, the Italian national holiday, was really established to commemorate this day that the Italian people voted to remove the Italian moniker and become a republic. The people of Italy united to claim that freedom from a king's rule, just as the Americans did in 1776 with the Declaration of Independence. So this evening, I am very pleased to be once again in the company of the Consul General of Italy in Philadelphia, Andrea Canapari, and his amazing family. Hello, kids. You're so precious. It is a bittersweet moment as I started off my presentation to thank you for your great service to Philadelphia in creating Ciao Philadelphia, and that is a partnership with the Consul General of Italy, with that civic, your academic, all of your culture, and all the business leaders across the Delaware Valley, and this is just a handful of folks. Ciao Philadelphia showcases the ongoing influence of the Italian culture and highlights all these contributions of the Italians and Italian Americans to Greater Philadelphia, and especially to the world, and being that Philadelphia is the first and only in the United States World Heritage City, another proud testament to us. So during your tenure, you've made such a lasting impression on our city's business, all the professional community. You just went far beyond the duties of a diplomat, and you just built new contacts between the Italian Americans and today's modern state of Italy. You've worked, Andre, to forge these new relationships between the renowned medical institutions of Philadelphia and those of Italy, and really insisted in putting together an exchange of all these scientists and scholars between Philadelphia and Rome, and that's something significant. You are a true Renaissance man for sure, who travels easily between the world of industry and even the world of arts and culture. And you are just someone who understands what the importance of educating our children to live in a global World Heritage City is. And I know you have the best education here at St. Monica's, right? Yeah. So we wish you and your family all the best. I know you will be departing Philadelphia, but Philadelphia will always love you back. And we want you to take a new ambassadorial post to the Dominican Republic. I know they are really fortunate to have you, and I can assure that you will receive the most warm and enthusiastic welcome from the Dominican citizens of Santo Domingo, but nothing like a Philly welcome, right? Nothing. So I am honored to join you to celebrate Italian National Day with all of you, and wish you, your family, and Philadelphia's families of proud Italian descent the best. So I'd like to bring up, always know that wherever your work takes you, that you will take a part of Philadelphia with you and will always be welcome here in the United States First World Heritage City. So I have with me a symbol of the respect and admiration that the city of Philadelphia has for you. So I hope that this iconic symbol of freedom, the Liberty Bell, will always remind you of the valued time spent with Philadelphia. Congressman, would you like to join me and my colleague Margaret Hughes from the Office of City Representative as well? Joe, yes, as well. Here we go.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So, on behalf of Mayor Jim Kenney, who is unable to join us tonight, this is a token of our appreciation for all you've done for the city of Philadelphia. So.
Thank you.
Our next guest is Giuseppe Fedigari, an entrepreneur with a bright vision for the solid collaboration between Italy and the Philadelphia region. In 2015, he opened Fedigari Technologies in Bucks County. The $2.9 million tech center specializes in decontamination technology for biopharmaceutical companies. Science is not his only passion. He is a lover of the arts, and tonight he brought these beautiful images, which you see around the room, taken by the Italian photographer and artist Joe Martorana. Please join me in welcoming Giuseppe Fedigari to the stage.
Good evening to everybody. I thought we had 3 good reasons for being here tonight. There's an official reason. Tonight, as it was already said, is our national day, and I would say this is the official reason. The second reason for being here is a more pleasant reason. Yeah, so we thought, being our national day, we should probably make it more interesting for you, and so we had the idea to invite our friend and photographer Joe Martorana, who's here with us, and we said, why don't we show some pictures of our country? I don't know how many of you have been in Italy. I hope many. I hope many more will come. So we thought that it would be a good idea to provide some reasons for coming and visiting Italy. Italy is, I would say, a little bit of a strange country. In the past centuries, people used to travel to Italy for discovering the country, for discovering the culture, but also for getting inspired. Yeah, and you may remember of the German poet Goethe, who came and then he wrote a big book about his travel to Italy. Yeah, and it's something that is still worth being discovered, and come to Italy for getting inspired. Yeah. So we said to our friend Joe, why don't we find some pictures of Italy that may attract our friends and guests. And so these are some of the pictures, and we even printed a little booklet, and I encourage you before leaving to take one of these booklets with you, and if you want Joe to sign the booklet for you, he will be pleased to do that. Yeah. Well, our relationship with Joe is also a professional relationship. He's helping us in communication, and he's helping us, how can I say, transferring our passion, the passion that we have in making our machines to our customers, obviously. But Joe is also working with us on another project, on a more pleasant project. A few years ago, we started a wine project, and the wine we are serving tonight, the sparkling wine we are serving tonight, is a wine that we make back in Italy. It was another personal challenge. The wine has already been awarded a couple of important recognitions, so it's again a new challenge. Yeah, and when we were planning this event and when we were organizing this event, our friend Joe was talking to other friends and people that he's working with, and they are the owner of a beautiful hotel on a small island off the coast of Sicily called Salina. You have the book there, the Signum book on the table, or there are a few there on the table. And when these people found out what we were doing here, they said, we'd like to invite some of your friends here. So before leaving, we will have a raffle, and we will draw the lucky winner of a 4-day weekend down in Salina, hosted by these friends of ours. I hope that the winner will enjoy it. Yeah? Last point, finally, the most important reason why we're here. We are here to thank Andrea for having helped us, for having introduced us to so many people, to having given the opportunity to do some sensational networking here. And well, we will miss you, Andrea, here. Good luck in Santo Domingo. Thank you.
It's bittersweet also for me. I know I will be seeing you in Santo Domingo, because when you're going to be ambassador, I thought I can learn the Santo Domingo national anthem and sing in any language. So wherever you're going, you go to Japan, I promise you, I will learn the national anthem of wherever country you go. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be your friend. And Roberta, both of you are important. You will live in Philadelphia, but you're not living my life and not the life of all these people that are here today, and we love you so much, and it's so nice to meet the kids. And I'm going to sing a couple of songs for you. Of course, we have to promote Italy, and even though I speak 6 languages and I sing in even more than those, I thought to do 2 Italian songs for you. And maybe a surprise at the end, if everybody's not tired of standing still like that. I sing for you one of my favorite songs that is on the PBS special. Especially it's called From Venice with Love. I'm from Venice, and I'm always honored to sing this song that would surprise of everybody. Is a song that everybody thinks is American, but actually is written by a Venetian songwriter, Pino Donaggio, who is also a dear friend of mine. So big surprise for you. This is not an American song. Dusty Springfield sang it, so did Elvis Presley, but it was Pino Donaggio who wrote it and sang it as first. Siamo qui, noi soli, come ogni sera, ma tu sei più triste, ed io lo so perché. Forse vuoi dirmi che non sei felice? this song is specific for you, Andrea, because, I mean, you show up me, because everybody who lives here, they know how beautiful is Philadelphia. I did not know how beautiful was Philadelphia. You took me here last year, actually, for the first time. I remember the museum was impressive. You invited me to perform there, and because of that, I became friends with some incredible, beautiful, fantastic, awesome people in Philadelphia, besides you, Roberta. Mr. Phil Rinaldi, which I met him last year. Here, Phil, you're sitting there, and it's a wonderful friend and supporter, and you have today Giuseppe Feligari, who, even though I never met him, I met you today, oggi per la prima volta. He's been a great supporter of my music. I'm able to travel around the United States also with your support, and I'm very grateful to do for that to you, you know that, so grazie di cuore. Giuseppe, sei fantastico. And this song is for you from the great Enrico Morricone, Say, from Cinema Paradiso.
One day you could see with my eyes the beauty and happiness I see in you. When I see your eyes, the life I dream of can come through. Or is it just a dream? We are one. Remember. Thank you so much.
It's a song that is, I think, is like the most famous French song ever for all the French people. But listen to this. The woman who wrote the song, her real name was Giovanna Edith Gassion, and she was born in Torino, Italy. Voila. Nobody wanted, she wrote the song completely, lyrics and music. She was already a superstar in France at the time, but she needed a songwriter to sign the song with her because she could not register at the what do you call it, Ciao in Italy. You couldn't register the song officially, so she could not perform the song. None of the songwriters in Paris wanted to sign the song. They were keep saying to her, "Don't do it, it's a piece of crap." That's what they said to her. She was persistent because she was half Italian. She found a Neapolitan gentleman living in Paris. And Louis Guglielmi was really Neapolitan. He said, "Edith, I will sign this song for you." He said in an interview, "I think it's the most important signature he ever put on a piece of paper and the most beautiful and most meaningful he has done." So it's a song that I love. It's about life being beautiful. You are going to have a wonderful future over there, wherever you're going. You're going to be the best ambassador ever because you've been the greatest consul I've met in my last 10 years here in the United States. So I wish you all the best. I wish everybody, each one of you, the best. And I leave you with this song, which is called La Vie en Rose. But you can translate it into English. Life is beautiful, and truly it's beautiful with all of you in my life. Let's do that. Thank you. Deux yeux qui font pousser les miennes, un rire que ça berce sa bouche. Voilà les portraits sans retouche de l'homme auquel j'appartiens. Quand Dieu me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, de mots de douleur.